Hello everyone, welcome to History and Culture. In the 6th year of the Yongzheng reign, 1728, the home of Cao Fu, the Jiangning weaving supervisor, was raided. The name Cao Fu may be unfamiliar to many. But he has a very famous descendant, Cao Xueqin. Cao Xueqin wrote the renowned book Dream of the Red Chamber. Dream of the Red Chamber is one of China's 4 great classical novels and continues to have a profound influence today. It has not only attracted countless researchers but also laid the foundation for the academic field known as readology. However, strangely, this book, which has changed the lives of many, did not make Cao Xueqin wealthy. Additionally, it is widely known that Cao Xueqin's family background was far from simple. During Cao Fu's time, the Cao family accumulated considerable wealth through the official position of Jiangning weaving supervisor. This became the main reason for the Cao family's assets being raided in the 6th year of the Yongzheng reign. However, when Qing dynasty officials began inventorying the Cao family's wealth, they discovered something completely unexpected. The final list was presented to Emperor Yongzheng, who was initially shocked and could hardly believe it. He stared at the list for a long time before sighing and remarking, "So be it." What was the truth behind this matter? What hidden wealth was concealed in this raid list that left Yongzheng both angry and helpless? How did the Cao family gradually decline? According to historical records, the Cao family's relationship with the Qing dynasty did not begin as many rumors suggest. During the Kangxi era. In fact, Cao Xueqin's ancestor, Cao Xueqin, joined the Manchu ethnic group during the time of the later Jin dynasty and was affiliated with the Manchu Right White Banner. Within the Manchu 8 banners system, the Cao family belonged to the higher-ranking upper 3 banners. During the Xuanji period, the Qing government regulated the power of the banner chiefs, ultimately making the emperor the supreme ruler of the upper 3 banners, as well as the largest banner chief. In the Xuanji era, Emperor Kangxi was born. According to the palace system at the time, Kangxi's wet nurse, Sun Shi, and his nanny, Wan Shi, were responsible for the emperor's daily care. Sun Shi happened to be Cao Xueqin's great-grandmother and also the wife of Cao Xie, the head of the Cao family. Wan Shi was a relative of Sun Shi. As a result, the Cao family established a deep, marital relationship with the royal family, forming a special connection in the officialdom. Thanks to this special relationship, at the age of 5, Cao Yin, the son of Cao Xie, was able to enter the palace and became a companion to the young Kangxi emperor, essentially growing up alongside him. This kind of close bond was unparalleled by ordinary high-ranking officials. After the Kangxi emperor grew up and experienced the various palace disputes and power struggles, he often longed for the innocence and carefree days of his childhood. Therefore, after assuming the throne, Kangxi took special care of his former, childhood companion, Cao Yin, and even arranged a future for him. In the 2nd year of Kangxi's reign, Cao Yin's father, Cao Xie, passed away, and Cao Yin inherited the position of Jiangning weaving supervisor, a role that was passed down through the Cao family for 59 years. During the early years of Kangxi's reign, he focused his efforts on stabilizing the country's political situation and centralizing the power of his ministers. At this time, he began to rely on a group of capable men close to him. However, in terms of economic issues, Kangxi was more lenient, allowing Cao Yin to manage his finances freely. While in the position of Jiangning weaving supervisor, Cao Yin took advantage of Kangxi's trust and manipulated public funds, attributing his personal expenses and luxurious lifestyle to official accounts. Although Kangxi was aware of this, due to their deep childhood bond, he did not investigate the matter. Other officials, wary of Cao Yin's special relationship with the emperor, dared not openly criticize him. As a result, Cao Yin bought more than 10 properties in the Jiangnan region, and his mansion in the capital was extremely luxurious. The amount of land and other fixed assets he owned was beyond counting, all of which far exceeded his official salary. However, Cao Yin's extravagant lifestyle did not lead to an inquiry from Kangxi. In fact, not only did Kangxi not blame him, but he also secretly tried to cover up the shortfalls in the public accounts, doing his best to prevent these matters from being exposed. After Cao Yin's death, his son Cao Yang succeeded him as Jiangning weaving supervisor. But unfortunately, Cao Yang died not long afterward. Since Cao Yang had no successor, the court had no choice but to appoint another son of Cao Yin, Cao Fu, to this important position. Compared to his father, Cao Yin, Cao Fu's actions can be described as somewhat outrageous. During Cao Yin's time as Jiangning weaving supervisor, Emperor Kangxi had made several southern tours, 4 of which were spent directly at Cao Yin's residence. Each time, Cao Yin was fully responsible for hosting the emperor. The standards for such receptions were extremely high, which led to considerable expenses. To cover these costs, Cao Yin would borrow money from the state treasury if necessary, ensuring that the emperor's living standards were never compromised. As a result, even though Cao Yin spent money lavishly, he did not leave much wealth for his successor. Instead, he left behind a deficit of several 100,000 taels of silver. When Cao Fu first succeeded as Jiangning weaving supervisor, he was well aware of the financial pressures his family was facing. In order to gradually repay the debt, Cao Fu petitioned the Ministry of Revenue, requesting to repay in installments. The ministry agreed to his request, allowing the Cao family to pay back over 3 years. After receiving this permission, Cao Fu seemed to feel that the court had become lenient with the Cao family and gradually loosened his work and management standards, even becoming somewhat reckless. Some historical records suggest that while Cao Yin lived extravagantly, he still put considerable effort into managing the Jiangning weaving operations and did a decent job on the surface. In contrast, Cao Fu showed no interest in managing the production at Jiangning weaving at all, instead entrusting the family's core business to household servants. He completely lost interest in controlling the quality of the products. Due to lax management and technical oversights, the quality of Jiangning weaving's products began to decline, particularly with fabrics that were prone to fading and color loss. This situation eventually displeased Emperor Yongzheng. One day, when the emperor wore a custom-made blue fabric, he noticed that the fabric had faded. The emperor was furious and immediately ordered that the matter be dealt with swiftly and severely. In the 5th year of the Yongzheng reign, Cao Fu was ordered to transport finished goods produced by the Jiangning, Hangzhou, and Suzhou weaving bureaus to the capital. During the trip, something unexpected happened. While resting at a post station, Cao Fu, as usual, demanded money from the station. This had become a routine practice for him, done year after year, every time he passed through a post station. However, this time, the situation was different. Yongzheng, already displeased with Cao Fu, was quickly informed of the incident. Coincidentally, the 3-year repayment period that Cao Fu had previously applied for had come to an end. According to regulations, Cao Fu was required to repay the debts to the state treasury on time. However, over the past 3 years, Cao Fu had not made much effort to raise funds for repayment. Instead, he continued to live a life of excess. Despite this, Emperor Yongzheng did not immediately take harsh action but instead urged him to continue efforts to raise the funds to cover the deficit. At this moment, Cao Fu somehow got wind of the news and mistakenly believed that the emperor intended to audit his family's assets. As a result, he secretly instructed his family to transfer their wealth in advance. This move quickly came to the attention of Emperor Yongzheng. This time, the emperor could no longer remain passive. He immediately ordered a thorough investigation into Cao Fu's actions. At the same time, Yongzheng had long heard about how the Cao family had accumulated a large fortune since the time of Cao Yin. while the national treasury was in financial distress and needed to recover debts. If the family's wealth could be traced, it would undoubtedly be a significant boost to the state treasury. Therefore, Yongzheng decided to audit both the Cao family's new and old accounts. In the 6th year of the Yongzheng reign, the Cao family's property confiscation operation officially began. The newly appointed Jiangning weaving supervisor, Xueqin, took the lead and comprehensively seized all the Cao family's assets. However, when the property list was compiled, everyone was shocked and could hardly believe the figures. According to historical records, after Xueqin confiscated the Cao family's assets, he reported the list to Emperor Yongzheng. The list revealed that the Cao family owned 13 properties, totaling 483 rooms. Additionally, they owned 1,967 acres of land, with 114 family members, and over 100 silver notes and debts. With 114 family members, the Cao family was already considered quite large. However, excluding the value of the real estate, the family's valuable items amounted to just over 90,000 taels of silver. According to family testimonies, the Cao family also owed over 30,000 taels in external debts. In other words, the total amount of wealth seized amounted to about 60,000 taels of silver. This figure was completely unexpected and surprised everyone, including Emperor Yongzheng. The emperor had hoped to replenish the state treasury through this confiscation, but the plan ultimately failed. After deep reflection, the emperor could only sigh in resignation and decided to award all of the Cao family's assets to the new Jiangning weaving supervisor, Xueqin. So where did the Cao family's vast fortune go? Was it squandered by family members, or spent by others? According to some historians, the development of the Cao family over the decades can be summed up in one sentence: it developed in line with the ruler's favor or disfavor. Under Emperor Kangxi's patronage, Cao Yin enjoyed great success in his position as Jiangning weaving supervisor, living in wealth and luxury. The emperor stayed at Cao Yin's residence during his 4 southern tours, spending vast amounts of silver. However, during the Yongzheng era, the situation changed. With Emperor Yongzheng's displeasure toward the Cao family, the previous protection ended, and all of the family's wrongdoings were brought to light. The Cao family became a target for exploitation and eventually fell into decline. Cao Fu's fate was relatively mild. Emperor Yongzheng did not execute him but ordered him to wear shackles and repay the debts he owed. From this, we can infer that Cao Xueqin's youth might have been spent in hardship and wandering. As for who spent the money that the Cao family owed, Emperor Yongzheng probably knew very well. We may refer to a line from Dream of the Red Chamber to sum it up: only preparing to receive the emperor once, and spending silver like water flowing into the sea. This line might help us understand why the Cao family was so audacious in running up debts to the state treasury without facing the proper punishment. This is the History and Culture channel. Liking and subscribing are the greatest help and support to us. Thank you everyone, and see you in the next time.